Hello students, this is Mrs. Raksha Shirodkar from SET Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Commerce and Science. We'll continue with the same subject, that is Computer Science Paper 2, Chapter number 2. Chapter name is Instruction Set of 8085. We had started with the instructions earlier. We had started with the data transfer group and we had completed total 8 number of instructions. So this is the 9th instruction that will start today. In the last video we had completed with LDA and STA. So today we'll start with LHLD. Okay, so the instruction name is LHLD address. The full form is load HL pair with the data from the address. Okay, so now see the example. When you'll see the example, you'll be understanding more better. So see the example. Example is LHLD. The address is of 16-bit C200H. H is the hexadecimal unit. So what happens here? This data, the data that is C200H will be moved to HL register pair directly. Okay. So what this particular instruction does? So this instruction will load the address that we write. The 16-bit address will be loaded directly into the HL register pair. So in the example, see here, LHLD C200H move the data from C200 to HL pair. Now suppose at C200 the data is 20H and 30H. Okay. So this is the example that I have assumed. You can take any of the data. Now suppose H is equal to 10H, L is equal to 20H. So after execution, H is equal to 20H and L is equal to 30H. So C2 is equal to 20H and 0, that is higher order address. I have moved the L data register, L registers data, and in the lower order address, that is 00H, I have moved H 1 plus the L registers data. Okay, so what I have done here, see here in C2, that is higher order address, 20H will be added, and in the lower order address 1 plus the higher order address data will be added, lower order data address will be added. So see here, after execution what happens here, in C2 20H goes and in 00 30H goes. Okay, so H is equal to 20H and L is equal to 30H. Okay, so in short you can say that the lower order address data will be 1 plus the higher order address. Okay, so the flags will be affected here are none, so no flags will get affected. Addressing mode is direct addressing mode, so you need to write the format, that is format, addressing mode, flags and the group. Okay, so this was LHLD. Now let us see SHLD. Now here see in this particular example I have shown you with the table. So see, let us see SHLD. So LHLD and SHLD almost both are same, but the only difference is that will load the data and this will store the data. Okay, let us see that this will be opposite of LHLD. So in this LHLD I have not explained in this format, so you can write in the same format that I have explained for SHLD. Now let us start with SHLD. You'll be understanding more better in this SHLD address instruction, and the same way you can explain for LHLD address too. Okay, now let us see SHLD address. So what it does, store HNL register directly. That used to load HNL register directly. Okay, now see the format. Format is 16-bit address, that is L, lower H and L both are register pairs. So I have separated both the pairs. So L will be one register and H will be one register. So L register data will be moved to 16-bit address and then H register data will be moved to 1 plus the 16-bit address. Okay, so in the previous instruction, that is LHLD, you can write the same format, but instead of writing L and the arrow towards 16-bit data here in SHLD. So there in LHLD, how will you write? You will write first 16-bit address and the arrow towards L. Again you will write 16-bit address plus 1 and the arrow towards H, ulta, opposite direction. Okay, so this is SHLD and that was LHLD. So same way you need to write in the same format. Okay, addressing mode is direct addressing mode for both. Group is data transfer group. Bytes is 3 byte, and flags that are affected will be none. So the description here, can you see the description? So the same description you can write for LHLD also. Okay, so SHLD, the first, let us see the example, this explanation. The first byte is the opcode. Second, third byte gives the 16-bit address of the memory location, and the content of the register L is stored into the memory location whose address is given in the last 2 bytes of the instruction, and the content of the register H is stored into the next memory location. H means 1 plus the 16-bit address, and L means 16-bit address. Okay, now let us see the example here. Example I have taken, let H register is equal to 34H and L is equal to 89H. Okay, now the instruction is SHLD C050. You can consider any address, but you need to consider 16-bit compulsory. So after executing this instruction, what happens is C050 is equal to the lower order address, that is 89H, and C051 is equal to 34H. Now you all understood this example. This example was little easier as compared to the previous example. So see here, in the format, can you see that format? L and the arrow towards 16-bit address. So what is 16-bit address in my instruction here? C050 is my 16-bit address. Okay, so the same way you'll write. So L is 89, so 89, and the arrow, you point arrow, or you can write equal to. So equal to is equal to 16-bit address, that is C050, and next is H and the arrow towards 16-bit address plus 1. Now 16-bit address is C050, so plus 1 will be C051, and the data of H register is 34H. Okay, you all understood this now? So in the table, can you see the table? Instruction is SHLD C050 byte. This instruction is of 3 byte. How 3 byte? The byte 1 went for the opcode, that is SHLD, and since it is of 16-bit address, so there are 2 operands. So byte 2 for 50 and byte 3 for C0. The same example you can take for LHLD. So what you will say as, see now the same example if I take for LHLD, let H is equal to 34 and L is equal to 89. So how will you write LHLD C050? After execution, in the opposite direction you will write C050 is equal to 89H if I am taking 89, and then C050 is equal to 89 plus 1, that is 90. You will increment the address instead, increment the data of the register L instead of incrementing the address. Okay, this was SHLD. Now let us see the next instruction, that is LDAX-RP. LDAX stands for load accumulator indirect. Okay, now this is register indirect addressing mode. Why? Because in the full form itself it is saying that it is indirect. So load accumulator indirectly. The format is the register pair data will be transferred to A. So hence the arrow is pointing towards A. Addressing mode is register indirect addressing mode. Group is data transfer group itself. Byte is 1 byte. Since there is no address, that is operand is not mentioned in the instruction, so hence it is a 1 byte instruction. Flags are affected are none. Now how will you explain? The comment is described here. The content of the memory location whose address is stored in the register pair specified in the instruction is loaded into the accumulator, and the content of the memory location remains unchanged. Here RP can be BC pair or DE pair and not HL pair. Okay, so it can be either BC or DE. There are only 2 pairs for this particular instruction, not HL pair. You cannot take HL pair here. Okay, so this was the description that you need to study. Now let us see the example. Let B is equal to 35H and C is equal to 45. I have taken BC pair. Okay, so hence B and C data you have to assume 35H and 45H. Now 3545, that is BC pair together makes 3545H, which is equal to 22H. Now why did I assume 22? Because I have to load this data into accumulator, and since accumulator is of 8-bit and it can accept only 8-bit data, so hence I have assumed 8-bit data. Okay, so 22H is an 8-bit data that I have assumed. You can take any data. So the instruction is LDAX B. Now after executing this instruction, what happens? The data of register pair BC will be transferred into the accumulator. So after execution, A is equal to 22H and the register pair content will be remaining unchanged. So 3545, that is BC pair data is same as it is, that is 22H. Previously you can assume A is equal to 29H. So after executing this LDAXB, A is equal to 22H. Okay, this was LDAX instruction, load accumulator indirect. Now the same you will see STAX, that is store accumulator indirect, that is the opposite of the previous instruction LDX. Same way LHLD, SHLD. So LHLD is load, SHLD is store. Both are opposite of each other. Okay, same for LDAX, STAX. If you remember LDA and STA instruction, it was LDA was load accumulator directly. Okay, and store accumulator directly STA was. So this instruction is particularly same for the STA and LDA. So LDAX, only the X thing comes, so hence it becomes indirect instruction. Okay, now STX is store accumulator indirect. The same format as for LDX, but the only thing is the arrow is pointing towards register pair. In the previous instruction, the arrow was pointing towards accumulator. So ulta, you have to write the opposite. Both the instructions are opposite of each other. So addressing mode is same, register indirect addressing mode. Group will be data transfer group. Bytes are 1 byte, flags that will be affected are none. In this, the content of the accumulator is stored into the memory location. Same, the description also is same. Instead of writing load, you will write store. Okay. So the content of accumulator is stored into the memory location whose address is stored in the register pair specified in the instruction. The content of the accumulator remains unchanged here. Unchanged. Okay. Now here the register pair can be BC or DE. Same thing. So here I have assumed let accumulator content as 88H. BE pair I have taken here. Previously I had taken BC pair. Now here I have taken DE pair. So D is equal to 35H. E is equal to 45H. And 3445. Same data as BC I have taken. So 3445 is equal to 22H I have assumed. Again, why? Because accumulator can accept only 8-bit data. So I have assumed 22H here. So the instruction is STAXD. Okay. So STAXD means DE pair. So what happens here? After executing this instruction STAXD, the content of accumulator will be 88H as it is, but the content of DE pair, which was 3545, which was 22H previously executing this instruction, and after executing it became 88H. That means the data of accumulator got stored into the register pair. Okay. So these instructions are very simple. You need to understand each of these instructions along with the example. Even if some other data is coming, you need to know what data will be stored after executing the instruction. Okay, so even you need to understand the example and the explanation along with these 5 things, that is format, addressing, group, bytes and flag. Now let us move to the next instruction in this particular group, that is data transfer group. The last instruction of this particular group is exchange, XCHG. So this instruction stands for exchange HL pair with DE pair. So these 2 pairs are compulsory. Okay, the only instruction is, the instruction name is XCHG. The instruction name is XCHG with no address, with nothing. So this instruction stands for exchange HL HL pair with DE pair. The format is written here. H registers data will be exchanged with D register, and L registers data will be exchanged with E register. Okay. The addressing mode is register addressing mode. There is nothing here, only the register to register. It is exchanging the data. So hence it is register addressing mode. Group is same, that is data transfer group. And flags that will be affected are none. Byte is 1 byte, since there is no operand, that is there is no data in the instruction. So hence it is of 1 byte instruction. Now the comment, that is explanation. The content of the register H is exchanged with that of the register D, and the content of the register L is exchanged with that of the register E. Simple. Okay, now you need to take an example. So you have to give the example. If they have asked you in the exam, in the theory exam, they will ask you 3 or 4 instructions to explain. So in this format only you have to write. You have to write in this format each of the instruction, and each instruction will only give you 1 mark. Okay, so along with the example you have to explain. So hence this paper, that is computer science paper 2, will be little lengthy as compared to paper 1. So example is, let H is equal to 28H, L is equal to 35H, okay, D is equal to 45 and E is equal to 22H. I have assumed all the registers data. So what you have to do is, you have to write the instruction exchange, and after execution, that is after executing exchange instruction, what happens, H data is transferred to D and D's data will be transferred to H. Same way for L data you will be transferring to E register and E's data to L register. Simple. So H is equal to 45H got transferred to D, and D is equal to 28H. H data went to D. Okay. Same for L and E. Okay. So this was exchange instruction, and this was the last instruction in this particular group. In the next video, we'll be continuing with the same chapter but with the second group, that is arithmetic group. We have total 5 group. Okay, this was the first group. So this is very lengthy chapter, and I hope you all are studying and you complete with the first group. Then only you would be understanding the second group. Okay, thank you students.